75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years. 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste them.
The life of the Black American male is tenuous at best. We have known this for generations. But even looking at life expectancy numbers from 1999 to now, post-pandemic numbers, we see that life expectancy number has dropped even lower for Black men, even when it comes to education. Here we can see at Howard University, male enrollment is under 30%. Yet another illustration of the fact that Black men are, in a word, disposable. As of the week of this video, Gilly the Kid lost his son in an all too familiar way. Yet another young Black man gone too soon. His podcast represents what happens when young Black men find ways to reinvent themselves and share their wisdom with young people that might make the same mistakes that they did.
People laughed at me. Who this dude running down the street? He tripping. Who can he be? When you Black and American, you doing anything different, you gonna get criticized. We only embrace what's cool, but cool don't always last.
The Black male experience is one that's very unique, difficult to explain, and more difficult to be identified with. As Black men search to find identity in a world that portrays Black men as dangerous, sometimes not very intelligent, young boys not only are dealt with trying to find an identity in this world, but now you see a push for raising those boys in the vacuum of not having a father at all. Young Miami, an up-and-coming rapper and single mother to 2 children, is an example of the kinds of difficulties that await young boys growing up in single-parent families. Here, she takes her son to a club where he emulates behavior that's problematic at best, behaviors that in the end do not benefit him, but only further fulfill Black male stereotypes. Young Miami's response to critics of her parenting style: "That's why I don't post my kids. Y'all bees can talk a sore in y'all mouth about me, but I'll never give y'all the chance to have an opinion about my kids. I don't give a F." In this liberal age accepting of single parenting, we see Black masculinity present itself in 2 forms. The first form, the hardened street thug, and the second form, a form of masculinity that presents now more than we've ever seen before, is one that not only identifies with the feminine, but is more openly accepting of alternative lifestyles, a masculinity that presents itself outside of the margins for creating healthy, stable Black families. Our time on this planet is finite, and as for Black men, our time is more finite than most, leaving many of us to consider, is it time to think outside the box? Do I need to go somewhere where I have a better opportunity to do what I'm trying to do with my life? This is an exciting time for many Black men, as many Black men are getting together and sharing ideas that are outside of the box of the likes that we've never heard before. And in such times, this thinking is not only prudent, but maybe even necessary when considering the evolving types of thought that are growing on the other side, as like this.
The video clip is Kiki and Usher hugging, and he's serenading her, as he's done, by the way, several women. Darius says this:
Kiki's baby daddy.
"It's the outfit, though. You're a mom." We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kid to showcase booty cheeks. Number one, I don't even think Kiki liked this man. She was ready to be a mother, and I think Kiki got that. And I think now that she's gotten that, I don't think Kiki probably give a about this man.
I hope she doesn't.
Sir, you were actually never that important to this billionaires in the making, and then you got really beside yourself and really thought that you could say something to this woman who pays the bills. You got to pay the cost to be the boss, baby.
I agree 100%.
That's it. This was about the fact that she is sitting here canoodling with Mr. Usher Raymond.
A man that you know is richer than you, a man that you know has more access than you. Speaking on family values and all these conservative ideals, you had a baby out of wedlock. Yeah. I hope she does break up with that, okay? You got boo. How about that?
If you read between the lines of what Eboni K. Williams is saying in this clip, she is essentially saying that in the Black community, career advancement and freedom are more important than establishing a family unit. And for a male patriarch or attempting to be patriarch to attempt to establish some sort of guidelines to that structure is out of bounds. It is no longer necessary. She's essentially saying that anything that gets in the way of the upward mobility of her or someone like herself is collateral damage. Be it a stepfather that's left behind, be it children that are growing up in a house without their father. It doesn't matter more than upward mobility in career. The age of the Black family is over if you ask Eboni K. Williams. Men who are looking at the future sons of theirs and thinking that if they want to raise their sons in their image in a family that is stable with a mother and father, they have to find a woman who does not identify with the psychology of Eboni K. Williams. And for many men who don't want to see their sons or even themselves as collateral damage in the rise of someone's career, thinking outside of the box possibly means going overseas or dating out. It's the reality on the ground for many men that are seeing the landscape for the first time and thinking outside of the box. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.